My favorite thing about Dr. Seuss's books is that he creates an entire world of whimsy and quirkiness.
I mean, the characters that he draws are just sort of insane. They've got a very weird, cool vibe to them. They're captivating.
And I think it just draws you in because the design of the world is magical.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
People across the world love Dr. Seuss, and his drawings have a connection with people, and so there is a responsibility to try to capture some of that in what is a different medium.
Wait, I'm the Lorax, guardian of the forest.
You definitely have to take a lot of creative license because what works on the page of a book isn't necessarily going to work really well in the medium of film.
You chopped down one of my trees to make that piece of garbage?
Now, we didn't know whether or not we could truly do justice to this story until we had translated that very simple design of the Lorax into a 3D character, and we could see that the spirit of his drawing was living and breathing in that dimensional character.
You have to give the expression by the eyes, these eyebrows, and the mustache. We spend quite a lot of time on the final look of this mustache.
Why do you have one of these? You don't even have a mustache.
The Lorax has a mustache beyond all mustaches. If you had to wear a mustache like that, you'd probably have to walk into a room sideways.
All the fur also. We did a lot of experience to know if we have to groom very nicely, or if we have to cross a little bit the hair, have some strength. So we tried several ideas, and finally we got this one. Or it's quite soft. You want to touch him a little bit.
Are you the Once-ler? Oh, man.
Didn't you read the signs? No one is supposed to come here.
With the Once-ler, in the book, all you see are these green hands that kind of poke out of the window. So there's a lot of mystery there. Who is this person? Is it a creature? Is it a human?
Geisel at one point indicates that that character is wearing gloves. So that became a clue to say that he doesn't really have green arms, he's wearing green gloves.
That was our starting point with the Once-ler, and from there, our character designers, they did a lot of work and put a person behind that that could connect with a movie-going audience.
These animals in the Lorax are just heartbreakingly cute. You have the swami swans and then these little bears that run around, and they're all just adorable.
So with the animals in the forest, of course, we have the illustrations as a starting point.
You know, certainly we expanded on the humming fish, the swoomy swans, the barbaloots, sort of giving them some more personality.
The book gave us a lot more source material for the Truffula Valley. You know, we really just used those colors, those shapes.
The Truffula trees were a fun experiment in the sense that we had to find a cool shape, and we used some of the shapes from the book, and so it has the flavor of the illustration, but it's really its own thing because it's got, you know, all the fur and the hair on it. And that took quite a bit of time to sort of get the perfect look for these trees, so they look very appealing and fun, but believable as well.
It's an enormous privilege to be able to step into this world that Dr. Seuss created and help to expand it and to allow the audience to see more of this world that they love.
The Seuss estate was very supportive of everything we were doing, and we're very excited by it as well. And I hope the fans of the book are too.
The Lorax was a very special book to me as a kid. Dr. Seuss did it beautifully, and I really think that everyone here has celebrated that.
It's an homage to Dr. Seuss, and I'm so proud to be part of the Lorax because it's a shining example of his sensibility.
Do I share any traits with the Once-ler? I'm devastatingly handsome, and the Once-ler is too.
It's amazing. I am so proud of me.
I am industrious. I like to work hard.
All right, here we go.
We're both musical.
Everybody needs a fine thing that all people.
We both like to play with animals. We both think the Lorax is kind of adorable.
In my head, I don't think Grandma's intimidated by anybody. I think she can handle herself pretty well. Loser! Oh, she's pretty hip. She can do some pretty good harm with that cane, even. I never thought I'd be an action hero. Oh! She gets up on a truck, she drives a bulldozer, and kind of runs the whole show to get where she wants everybody to get. Yes! Does Grandma manipulate people by using her age? Well, who doesn't? I mean, I know that feeling better than anybody. That's right, I forgot. I'm old and can't even remember to put my teeth in.
Stand down. That's not what I meant.
No, really, I forgot my teeth. Would you be a dear and go get them for me?
Sure, Mom.
Okay, here's the deal.
Hey, do you want to see something cool? Well, come on. I think the similarities between me and Audrey are that we both have this sort of romanticized, idealistic fantasy of, like, magical things and real things. And the way that Audrey expresses herself and her dreams is through painting. Do you like it?
What? Are you kidding? This is amazing!
And for me, writing songs is the exact same thing. It's a way to express how you feel.
What I want more than anything in the whole world is to see a real living tree.
The world of Dr. Seuss is magical and whimsical and quirky and fun. For me, like, one of the reasons I've been so drawn to Dr. Seuss is the rhyming.
We opened in Sneedville, a city, they say, that was plastic and fake, and they liked it that way.
And so I grew up and became a songwriter, and now I get to rhyme stuff all the time.
Far outside of town where the grass never grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows. Ooh. And no birds ever sing excepting old crows. Oh!
Yeah, O'Hara's a great character, and it's a brilliant design. I think everybody just really loved it. It's so different and so distinct at the same time.
I'm Frankenstein's head on a spider's body!
Who wouldn't want a bowl cut with the bangs cut out? It's a quality look, it's a power look. It's the look of princes from the 15th century, and he brought it back single-handedly. So I think after this movie comes out, I think you're gonna see a lot of kids down at the club with the bowl cut, and we knew who to thank.
You're fired!
I'm Ted.
Ted's just your regular kid growing up. And we're similar in a lot of ways. We're both very passionate. We're both very determined. And we like to say, whoa, a lot. We have a lot of sound effects that we make for us, just in daily life. He's always doing that kind of stuff. He's got a crush on this girl, Audrey, and he'll do anything to impress her, anything.
When a guy does something stupid once, well, that's because he's a guy. But if he does the same stupid thing twice, that's usually to impress some girl.
Hey, she is not some girl. She's a woman in high school, and she loves trees. And I'm gonna get her one.
Oh, how nice to see someone so undeterred by things like reality.
Thank you.
So, kid, how'd you like to be an honorary Lorax? Come on, follow me.
Mini movies gave us an opportunity to take these adorable animal characters who are very present in the movie and delve into stories starring them.
The thing that's challenging about making a mini movie is that you have to be really concise. When you're using characters that have already been established in the feature film, the audience already knows sort of what their characters are all about, so you don't have to have as much exposition.
It's the same characters utilizing pieces that exist. So it's the people who have just animated the film go on to animating the mini movies using the assets that were in the film.
Hey!
One of the mini movies called Forces of Nature was actually built out of a sequence from the film that we were all a big fan of, but it was followed very quickly by another sequence called River Rescue, which served a similar purpose in the film. We saw that these two sequences together kind of felt a little bit repetitive.
But when we looked at it, we said that can be a standalone piece.
So we took the Forces of Nature sequence out and we sort of restructured it.
Now what? You're all right, kid. I bet when you grow up, you'll turn out just like me.
The other two mini movies, which is Wagon Ho and Serenade, came from Cinco and Ken, who were the screenwriters for the Lorax film. So those are original concepts that they came up with.
A lot of the ideas for the mini movies were moments that we were hoping to get in the movie or ideas that we were initially planning on putting in the movie, but they just couldn't make it. So we would take a couple of those nuggets and then we got a chance to flesh them out and to make, you know, a complete little story out of it.
So it sort of became like, oh, what if Lou and Pipsqueak, you know, went for a joyride in the Once-ler's wagon? Or, you know, what if Lou is trying to win the heart of a female barbaloot by singing?
Serenade is really musically based and quickly became my favorite because of the way that we could play with the music and the way that we could make pop references with dance. Then finally, Wagon Ho is totally different from those other two because this is more of an action piece where the Once-ler comes home with his wagon. Pipsqueak and Lou very mischievously commandeer the wagon and take it for a ride, and things get a little bit out of control. So it was three radically different types of stories being told here, and that kind of kept things fresh for all of us making them too, because it felt like different challenges with each one of the three.
They are delightful, they stand on their own, and I think they lend themselves to watching over and over and over again.
All right, here we go. Hi, guys. Hi. Thanks for coming today.
Welcome.
My name is Mark, and I'm a story artist on the movie The Lorax. I was trained as a cartoonist, and I love to draw, so working on this film was totally fun for me. Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to draw a barbaloot. For those of you drawing at home, feel free to follow along. Just grab a piece of paper and a pencil.
Right, got it. Proceed.
Okay, so what I usually do with a cartoon is I start with the eyes, because the eyes are the most expressive part of a character. So this character, I'm gonna start with two circles. What I think of when I think of this guy is fried eggs. So, yeah, why don't you guys go ahead and follow along. Two circles with dots in the middle. So the next thing I'm gonna do is gonna do the nose. All right, and this guy's nose, it's kind of big. Barbaloots are like big old bears. The nose, it's a little bit pointy on the top. It's dark, kind of like a dog or bear.
Can we color it in?
You can if you like. What I do is I just put little marks like that on one of the sides, kind of like shading. Awesome.
Nice work, you guys. Couldn't have done it without you.
Okay, next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna do his cheeks. He's got big, big, furry cheeks. So I'm gonna do like these two furry curves like that. And underneath that, he's gonna have a big old smile.
That's a big old bear.
He was really one of my favorite characters to draw in the movie. Okay, so after you got that, next thing I do is I think of plates, right? We got eggs and we got plates. Half plates. So I do two half plates right here and right there. And to make it more like ears, I put a second line on the inside, like that. he's a big barbalute, so he's like a big furry ball. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna draw a big, right below him here, big giant ball.
Whoa, weird.
Big circle, so you can use the rest of your page for the bottom part. Now for arms, we have 2 lines on the outside. One down here, one down there.
But wait, there's more.
Now I'm gonna put big boots on him. He's got big furry legs. They're like boots. So imagine big boots on your guy. And then for his hands, like big oven mitts. Just like that. Feel free to make them as furry as you want. You can't make a barbalute too furry. And then a belly button. You can put eyebrows on him if you like. There you go. That's a barbalute.
Really? Thank you, Mark. This is a really good barbalute.
Wow. All right.
You're a good drawer.
You guys are too, so let's see what you guys did. Let's all hold up your drawings. Let's take a good look at what everyone did. Whoa. They look really good. Oh, very nice. So, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna do the fish.
Yes! My favorite. This is my favorite in the book. Me too.
Okay, again, we're gonna start like about 2/3 up the page, all right? I'm gonna start with the guy on the left, all right? It's humming fish, and again, I start with the eyes. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 beans like that. And then you could do 2 circles inside them like that. See, already we have a character. After you do that, with these guys, I'm gonna add their eyebrows first. Next thing I'm gonna work on is his nose.
Okay, here's the deal.
It's just a curve, okay? It's just a lump. Sometimes when I draw, I kind of practice first before I put it down, right? And then I'm gonna just draw it in, like that. And you can bring it around and give him a little smile, like that.
That's cool. That's really cool.
There you go. Now, the next part, I'm gonna start up here by his eyes. And I'm gonna draw a big teardrop. See that?
Whoa.
Just like that. Very nice.
You rule.
So, what I'm gonna do is do his dorsal fin. It's like it's 2 lumps. It's like an M. Okay. Right off the back. Now I think of these guys kind of like kites. So their legs and arms, I think of like ribbons. So what I'm gonna do at the bottom here is I'm gonna do ribbons like this. And they kind of stand on these ribbons.
Whoa.
Like that.
Whoa.
See that? So it's like a big squiggle, and then it goes down to a little squiggle.
Gee, that's why he's the genius!
And then what I'm gonna do the same thing for his arms. It's like a big old ribbon. Kind of pretend he's a kite. There. Then I add a few scales. I could do the other one too. There he is. Now what we're gonna do his buddy. He's a little bit shorter and a little bit rounder, but it's the same idea. I'm just gonna do it in reverse.
That sounds amazing. Can I see some of that?
And again, I'm gonna start with the eyes. I start a little bit lower. Like that. You guys are doing great. Awesome. Can you see? And again, I'm gonna do the nose. So again, I'm gonna do this upside down teardrop.
Check it out, guys.
There's his buddy. I don't know, what's his name? What should we name him?
Thing 1, thing 2.
There you go. Some scales. And squiggles at the bottom. There we go. And there's your humming fish. So let's see our drawings and see how unique and different all our own drawings are. Whoa. Really great work, guys. Really, really great drawings. Thanks for letting me share Theodore Geisel's drawings with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for joining at home. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you.